Welcome back to our Blue Z Water channel. Today we're going to do a little PowerPoint presentation on applications for Blue Z Water, with a special emphasis on our new application, the Blue Z Brain Tonic. So please enjoy. If you have any questions, please contact me, Andrew, at bluezwater.com. Thank you. Let's get to our featured part of the discussion today, the Brain Tonic. So if you read under what is Blue Z Water, you're going to see an 80-page ebook describing how profound these minerals are in healing the body. And Dr. Nohima calls them gene minerals. They can actually heal damaged DNA. Now, many people are suffering with a lot of brain issues due to the EMF environment, cell towers, cell phones, and toxins, diet, you name it. Depending on how old you are, I'm just hearing many, many more reports about brain compromise. And we do have some couple of Dropbox folders that really go into depth with nutrition and various protocols for the brain. In fact, I'm going to show you this real quick. So the brain involves the nervous system, the brain, the endocrine gland system, even, the serotonin that people always talk about is most of the serotonin's in your guts. Now we're talking about digestive health. It's quite involved. And now we're talking also about the subconscious mind, the memories streaming through your brain, from the mind. So that's why we absolutely encourage you to look at the trauma release program and start working on the subconscious and understand that relationship between the subconscious mind and the brain and the nervous system. This is one big dynamic. Then the detox program. It's very obvious that heavy metals, various intense toxins can do damage to the brain and the nervous system, the whole body. So we have the trauma release, the detox program, an overview program, which is just giving you, the big picture. And then we have our various brain herbs, and we're also talking about sleep. It's very in-depth, so you can see we have a lot of supplements for the neurotransmitters. There's inflammation. Fish oil is really good for inflammation. All the anti-inflammatories, regulating the neurotransmitters such as dopamine, serotonin, and the stress response, the GABA neurotransmitter for stress. So there's also, you can study this. We do have Dropbox folders that give you kind of the different supplements, and you can do a consult with us to assess, if you're having issues with your brain. We want to do a deep assessment. Thyroid function is very important. The minerals are very important. There's something called brain magnesium, a really good mineral for the brain. Lithium ortate's a natural mineral that actually helps with brain chemistry. We're not talking about the drug here. Hormones, depending on your age, can affect brain chemistry. Then there are the fats, the fish oil, coconut oil, lecithin. CBD is a natural, non-psychoactive form of, comes from hemp or cannabis. Has tremendous healing properties in terms of the stress, regulating the stress, kind of your shock absorbers of your nervous system. It's a primordial system called the endocannabinoid system. Alrighty, so just to show you, it's very deeply involved when it comes to the brain. So let's go back to the applications. Now the Blue Z Brain Tonic, basically, what we're doing here is we're first of all engaging all the key factors of the Blue Z Water. Number one, we're detoxifying the actual cellular brain system. So Blue Z Water is a profound detoxifier. Now it's very important to understand how this works. What happens is, and I hate to use this analogy, if anybody knows, people who snorted cocaine, why do you snort cocaine? Because it actually goes straight up into the brain vis-a-vis the nasal membrane. Also, there are medications given to babies or people who don't want injections where these medications go through the nasal membrane. This dumps directly into the blood system. Okay, so here's a video that's going to briefly show how doing a nasal spray gets into the brain. So here we go.
Place the Mad Nasal gently but firmly against the nasal opening and briskly compress the syringe plunger. The medication exits the tip of the mad nasal as a fine atomized mist, resulting in broad coverage of the nasal mucosa with a thin layer of drug. The medication rapidly absorbs across the mucous membrane into the bloodstream, as well as directly into the cerebral spinal fluid of the brain, avoiding first-pass metabolism. This achieves medication levels comparable to injections.
Okay, so as you can see in that video, when you hit the nasal membrane, you get profound penetration into the brain and the entire body. So the brain tonic also is based on a principle used in a therapy called photobiomodulation, which you can find in our trauma release program. In that therapy, they're actually sending near infrared light up at the nasal membrane, and that light actually goes directly into the brain, and that is used for healing brain trauma. So please take a look at our trauma release program and look up photobiomodulation. Okay, so now let's take a look at the brain tonic and how to make it. You're going to mix 1 teaspoon of blue water into 10 ounces of water. You're going to need to make this a saline solution, so you add roughly 3/8 of a teaspoon of regular salt, not iodized, not sea salt, just regular plain old salt, and shake this very well. You want to mix the salt in. Now there's something called shungite, which is used for EMF. You can buy it on Amazon. It's very cheap. Just Google shungite stones or shungite water and how to make it. You can, for $6-7, you can buy some of these stones, clean them off, and then put 3-4 stones in this 10-ounce jar. And this will add extra EMF protection. You could also add your favorite flower remedies or homeopathic remedies if you choose to do that. So now you need to mist this concentrate, this nasal brain cleaning concentrate, into a nasal spray bottle. So you can find those on Amazon, or you could buy the one you saw on the video that's called a nasal syringe. You just Google that and you can buy those online. And we'll put a link below for where you can buy those. So now you want to get this mist liberally infused up the nose, and you also want to snort in. It's kind of like people who's snorting cocaine. I mean, they snort in deeply to get it deep in the brain. It's the same principle. So when you do the misting, just snort in to get it up deep into the brain, and you want to saturate the nasal membrane. And you can really repeat this as often as needed. If you have a lot of brain trauma, a lot of brain issues, you have to do this 3, 4, 5 times a day. So this is the basic principle. So once again, once those minerals get into the brain, they're going to help detox the brain and repair the brain cells. And also, if you add a little shungite, you might help with the EMF protection. The blue water minerals are very protective, and we're trying to essentially, since the brain is being bombarded with all kinds of weird frequencies, we're trying to help protect the brain from EMF, from toxins, and to actually heal the brain cells. So please try this brain tonic, and then take a look at all these other applications, the Lucy bath, the intensive dosing, the regular dose. And if you have any questions, please contact me, Andrew at blueseawater.com, and we could also send you, if you have a lot of brain issues, this is one very good strategy, but it's real important to take a look at our brain charts and really do as much as possible, because the brain is obviously interactive with the mind, the nervous system, the endocrine gland system, the digestive system. So you want to have a global approach. So appreciate it. Try this out and start studying up. There's a lot of work when it comes to healing the brain, and there's a lot of offenders going on in today's world. Thank you. We'll talk to you again. Take care.